morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, you're back after your fun weekend over at the dirt track races.
Yep.
So that must have been, was it as hot over there as it was over here?
Certainly not. Certainly not. In fact, we even saw a little bit of rain on Saturday night, threatened to cancel the races. Unfortunately, we did not see any rain over here, and that has contributed to some of that fire danger. We're going to talk certainly more about those fires as we go later into the newscast. But right now, we're going to take a look out at the Tri-Cities. A beautiful sunrise this morning. The summer solstice was just a few days ago on Thursday, and we are still seeing those early sunrises and holding on to the daylight well into the evening hours. It is 54 degrees right now under mostly clear skies in the Tri-Cities, as you can see on the weather cam. In general, it is going to be a sunny and calm Monday coming our way. Here's a look at your weather headlines. Light wind and sunny skies going to be on tap for this first day of the week. Light wind, some welcome news after yesterday, which was a pretty gusty one. Now, hot highs are going to be on tap for Tuesday as winds do stay calm for the second day of the week, but then some changes will start to arrive on Wednesday. Changes are going to be more clouds in the sky, cooler temperatures, and a return to some of those gusty wind. We will break down all three of these weather headlines in greater depth as we do go later into the newscast.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kennewick. Authorities say a Nevada man is in the hospital after an early morning motorcycle crash yesterday. According to Washington State Patrol troopers, the 39-year-old man who is from Winnemucca, Nevada, was riding west on Highway 240 when he lost control of his motorcycle and ended up hitting the pavement. They say he was wearing his helmet before being taken to Cadillac for his injuries. It's unknown if he'll face any charges. An update to a story we first told you about last week, where a West Richland woman and her neighbors have been dealing with water flooding their properties. Since June 6th, the residents have been dealing with the water, which has a very strong, unpleasant odor. The homeowner says they've been left to manage the issues on their own, despite contacting several local agencies, including the Kennewick Irrigation District and the City of West Richland Utilities Department. They add calls to the Benton County Conservation District has yielded some support. The district has tested the water for different bacteria with results yet to come back. They're also working to hire engineers to find the source of that water. Now, at least 2 basements and a shop have been flooded, with the water levels continuing to rise. And students interested in enrolling in the Wapato School's online academy can begin the process starting July 1st. And you don't have to live in the school district to enroll. District leaders say it's open to any family looking for online learning for their students. Families who are outside of the district should review the program information, which is on the Wapato School District website. We have a link to that on KIMATV.com. Quake Family Fun Center, which opened its doors in September of 2023 in Kennewick, is preparing to expand. Its owners say lately they've been seeing an average of about 500 people through their doors each day. And with over a dozen arcade games, several of which featuring virtual reality, a trampoline park, and a laser tag, they're now preparing to expand, looking at a new location inside the Columbia Center Mall.
We've noticed with our arcade how busy it has been, and so that got us thinking that, you know, maybe we need to do somewhere else. Maybe we need to open up another place of Quake, and so that's how the mall came into play.
So we tried to pick out games that are unique to the Tri-Cities, so something that somebody has never done before, be it a game that blasts water, or Hungry Hippos behind us, or you know, Wicked Tuna where you're fishing and the fish are fighting back, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. We try to choose games that are unique.
Quake's owners tell us, just like their current theme park, they're hoping to have over a dozen arcade games you can't find in the Tri-Cities, including more virtual reality. For more information, head over to our website, KEPRTV.com. And Yakima's trolleys are up and running for the season. We spoke to the president of the trolleys, who tell us a slight majority of the riders come from out of town.
Typically, about 51% of our riders are from outside of Yakima. So it brings people into Yakima because of its historic interest and trolley, too. We're the last heritage trolley run in the state of Washington.
Johnson tells us the Yakima trolley is in the process of becoming a National Historic Landmark, and that's because it's the last interurban railroad intact. The trolley rides normally go to Selah, but recently they haven't been able to.
Everybody wants to know when you're going to Selah. And unfortunately, we can't go to Selah yet because there is a bridge between here and Selah, and the city of Yakima has decided that there's something not quite right on the bridge and they want to fix that before they let the trolley run over it.
A grant through YVCOG is now available to help fix the bridge, but Johnson says the route might not be available until roughly 2027. Right now, the current route goes up to Pine Street, and riders can hitch a ride every Saturday and Sunday. Over the weekend, though, the trolley wasn't running due to a compressor issue. Additional details on how you can ride the trolleys can be found on KIMATV.com. And making its return every Sunday in Richland, the Three-Eyed Fish Market. Located outside the Three-Eyed Fish Kitchen and Bar, the market features over a dozen vendors with fresh produce and other creations. This year, organizers say they're more excited than ever.
We have added, we've grown our market, which has been wonderful. We've added like the Bison Ranch and quite a few other vendors, and now we stretch from one side of the grass all the way to the other side of the grass, so people can walk the entire market and not just partial.
The Three-Eyed Fish Market is one of several farmers markets happening in the Tri-Cities each week, right off Keene Road and Queensgate Drive in Richland. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here, because it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like temperatures are a little bit cooler than they were just before the week. And I know things were pretty hot. We were seeing temperatures into the 90s, I think. Well,
Saturday was definitely the hottest day of the year so far. In fact, we did see some locations nudge up to near 100 degrees. We officially hit 98 degrees at the Tri-Cities Airport. I know at the Hanford site, we did hit 100 degrees. Saturday was an absolute scorcher. Then yesterday, temperatures were just a smidge cooler. And then today is, you can see on your screen, going to be back to the 80s. These highs that you're seeing on your screen, right around average for this time of year. This is right where we should be as everybody bathes in the sunshine. Now, going into tomorrow, we do return to some hot temperatures, and that's before some abnormally cool weather does return towards the end of this week. We'll talk about the temperature roller coaster in greater depth coming up.